Every year, the Pentagon purchases millions of technology endpoints. These range from standard smartphones to advanced virtual reality headsets, all used to equip the warfighter. To supply this hardware, the military relies on recognizable tech giants like Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Meta. The public assumes that the multi-billion-dollar price tag for these contracts covers the fair market value of proprietary corporate research and development. But imagine taking your car to a mechanic, handing them a replacement part you already own, and then watching them bill you for that exact part anyway. Inventor R.J. Aguirre alleges that defense contractors are doing exactly this, double charging the Pentagon for intellectual property already embedded in military-grade devices. Aguirre is a former managing director at Goldman Sachs and a former Google search engineer. He approaches these systems with a clinical, data-driven perspective, looking for the specific points where the money stops matching the math. He realized that traditional litigation against these entities would move too slowly, so he engineered a legal trap designed to force the government to audit the double charging itself. The technical basis for this claim is Aguirre's patent portfolio. It includes physical logistic systems like the Atomic Express, a nuclear-powered transport mesh, alongside digital routing methods for secure mobile and VR communications. Usually, government vendors are shielded from patent lawsuits by U.S. Code Title 28, Section 1498. This law shifts the financial liability for infringement away from the corporation and directly onto the taxpayer. Aguirre bypassed this defense with a countermove. He took his USPTO applications and granted them directly to the military. By drafting a formal letter of license grant, Aguirre provided the federal government with a perpetual, royalty-free right to practice and use the technology. This created a specific legal paradox. Because the government now owns the right to use this technology for free, any contractor charging the Pentagon for its R&D costs is effectively billing for property the public already owns. On June 5, 2026, Aguirre sprang the trap by sending a cryptographically verified registered email. The notice was served to primary procuring contracting officers at the Department of Defense, as well as executive leadership and corporate counsel at Apple, Microsoft, Google, and Meta. This was a DFARS 227.7004 claim, a specific bureaucratic mechanism used to report procurement irregularities. This email stripped the DoD of its ability to claim ignorance regarding ownership of these patents. Under federal regulations, this filing mandates a formal administrative audit of all active hardware and software contracts involved. Contractors now face a choice. They must either admit they are charging for free government property or prove that their military hardware functions without these foundational data routing architectures. By removing the royalty fees, Aguirre bypassed the standard corporate legal defenses. He used the government's own administrative rules to place the defense industry in a position of forced transparency. This procedural trigger can halt multi-billion-dollar rollouts. Hardware refreshes and software disbursements face potential freezes, while the government conducts the mandatory cost accounting audit. However, challenging these procurement cycles has led to claims of synchronized retaliation from within the legal and digital systems. Aguirre identifies these actions as irregular civil court maneuvers and digital docket alterations within the Texas Tyler Technologies Odyssey infrastructure. He argues these are attempts to seize corporate hardware and silence the reporting line to federal authorities. This maneuver targets the specific administrative processes used to secure military hardware. Aguirre's strategy provides a clinical blueprint for using systems engineering to debug government bureaucracy from the inside out. This legal loophole forces systemic financial transparency on the military-industrial complex, establishing a pathway for mandatory tax refunds for every American.